You guys, we're at a new park that I've never been to before, and that is Fun Spot Atlanta. I thought I would never see the day that I actually was able to come out. Now, funny enough, before a year ago, I've never been to a Fun Spot park. Then last December, I visited the Kissimmee location. A few months ago, I visited the Orlando location, and now we're checking out the Atlanta location for one reason and one reason only, and that is to check out the new RMC coaster, ArieForce One, which coming in, it actually said that it was gonna be closed for the day. So I was super bummed, that's really all we're here for. But then I went up to the ticket office and I was like, hey, so is ArieForce One closed for the day? Are they gonna reopen or what? What's going on with it? And they said it actually just reopened. So I saw them cycling it a minute ago. We're gonna head to that side of the park. I believe it is located near the back. Go hop on. It's about $12 per person per ride, so that's what we did. We paid $12 for one ride on ArieForce One, and then I will give you my full in-depth review right after. Just looking around, I love how spacious this park is. They don't have a whole lot in terms of rides. ArieForce One, which only opened in March, I believe, is obviously the big draw. Just driving in, you see that thing from all over. They got the go-karts. I believe they have bumper cars around here somewhere. But I'm excited. This is gonna be a fun time. Got my ticket right here. We're gonna go and redeem it at the ride and hop on ArieForce One. All right, now here's the grand entrance. You can see over here for ArieForce One, a warning sign saying you are about to experience a high-flying thrill ride that is one of its kind. Be sure to always follow all directions given by our ride crew and remember to have fun. By Fun Spot Atlanta. And the height requirement for this ride is 48 inches. In case you were curious, but let's head right on up to the main ride entrance because it looks like they just opened it up. 155 feet tall, 64 miles per hour, and 4 inversions. This is going to be exciting. And now right here is the test seat. Typical with other RMCs, if you've ridden Iron Gwazi or Twisted Timbers, Lightning Rod at Dollywood, like a lot of those, they're all the same standard seats. With of course the shin guards right here. Not a fan, but here we go into the line. Look at this. A lot of really cool theming.
Safety briefing complete. AFO command systems online. Now activating.
There's actually theming, guys. I did not expect this.
Wish you a safe, clean, fun time while you travel.
All clear?
Lift-off sequence engaged.
Hello and welcome to ArieForce One. This is the AFO flight command system with the following safety briefing. This experience is a high-speed roller coaster that simulates the thrill of space flight. Due to the intense nature of this attraction, it may not be suitable for all guests. You are encouraged to review all signage prior to riding. Landing successful. Mission complete. Once your vehicle comes to a full speed stop, lift up on your lap bar, unbuckle your seatbelt, and exit your right. Thank you and have the best day ever at Fun Spot America.
This is AFO system. Now activating. Retail.
Oh my god, guys. Okay. Oh, I'm at a loss for words. That was so good. Like I knew it was gonna be good. Any RMC that I've ridden, I've always been impressed. I've never been disappointed by an RMC coaster. My favorite is obviously Iron Gwazi. followed by previously lightning rod. But I think this takes the cake. I mean, okay, I don't know if I prefer it to Iron Gwazi. I don't know if I prefer it to Gwazi, because I just rode that thing only a few days ago, and then today I was driving up from Orlando. You can now hear it going up the lift hill. It's a very loud lift hill, traditional with these RMC hybrid coasters, and this isn't even hybrid. I don't know if you've noticed, but the structure is all steel. It's not like the half wood, half steel structure keen to most RMCs. No, this thing uses steel supports, which is very rare for these RMC coasters. It was a ground up build. It wasn't something like they took an old wooden coaster and converted it to a hybrid coaster. No, it was a ground up build. And we're about to see it come around now. Now, as for the ride experience, I sat the back row. I kind of want to go up into the front and buy another ticket to hop on it a few more times, but I'm kind of short on time, trying to make the drive to Atlanta today, so I don't really have a whole lot of time here. But guys, ArieForce One. Now, the lift to the top, very tall. There's not a whole lot around this park. It's just trees, some suburb like houses, but other than that, there's really not a lot to see. And when you go up the lift hill, you're facing away from the park. So it would have been nice if they had like given you like a better view of, you know, the surrounding area, but it's okay. It honestly doesn't take away from the overall ride experience. And then that drop was definitely very much felt like Iron Gwazi's. I would say Iron Gwazi's first drop is a little bit better. I don't know if this thing's just running cold, you know? It is later in the day. It's like 6 o'clock already, but they didn't open it until right when I arrived. And then coming out of the drop into the Raven Trust Dive, a first of its kind for this type of coaster, that was exciting. It basically banks to the right and then flips you to the left into a dive loop. That was exciting. And then comes what I think I didn't expect to be blown away so much by, and that was the 0G stall. I think, hands down, this is the best 0G stall I've ever experienced in my life. I've done a good considerable amount of them. I've done the one obviously on Gwazi, I've done the one on Velocicoaster, but this has the best 0G stall. You really feel the hang time as you are just like coasting upside down underneath the giant lift structure. Definitely a standout element in my opinion. And then the first half I think is where it really shines. The second half is good with the Heartline rolls, the two like back-to-back Heartline rolls. As you go over, I believe, what is the arcade here in the park. It's basically an out and back coaster. So on the journey back, it's a lot of more tighter maneuvers, kind of like how Steel Vengeance is over at Cedar Point. Everyone was talking about how the first half is really good and the second half is very lacking, and a lot of quick maneuvers and tight turns that kind of leave you in bruises and pain after riding. I don't know how it feels in the front. I only got one ride in the back, but the chili dip and then the quad down, it did not hurt in my opinion like I thought it would. I was bracing for it. Like I had my hands up the entire ride, waving them in the air, but the second it gets to that part, I was expecting some bruises, just from what I've heard. So I kind of put my hands back down on the restraint, and I was bracing for it, but I didn't really get the impact that everyone was talking about. I don't know how the front would feel, but the only part that kind of hurt and left some bruises was the final brake run, because you slam into that thing. I've never come full speed into a brake run on a coaster and just slam to a halt. You basically still have some sustained speed from the first drop by that point, because it's a huge drop followed by a bunch of like smaller hills. So you have a lot of sustained speed, and you're still building up speed as the coaster approaches the end, and then you just slam the brakes on and come to a stop. So that's the only thing, but it's also, I get it, because it's a very short brake run. That brake run is only about the length of one train. So when you think of like Iron Gwazi, the brake run at the end is like about the length of 2 or 3 trains. Here, it's only about the length of one train, and the trains are not that long. They're not as long as some of the other coasters. I think it's about as long as the ones on Iron Gwazi, and that one has 12 rows. Maybe this one has 10. ArieForce One, I did not think I would ever be able to make it out to this park, and here we are. The only reason really to come, in my opinion, I mean, there's lots of great reasons to come if you're a local, like go-karts, laser tag, bumper cars. They might even have bumper boats for all I know, but for me, ArieForce One takes the cake. Guys, come and check it out right here at Fun Spot Atlanta. That's really all I have for you. I'm gonna go and get maybe some more footage around the perimeter because I don't know when I will ever be back to this park. Hopefully soon. But guys, out here in Fayetteville, Georgia, come and check out ArieForce One, guys. You would not regret it. This thing, top 3 RMC in my opinion. Gotta love these creations by Rocky Mountain Constructions. They definitely stand out in the coaster lineup in the world. Anyway guys, take care. I'll see you in the next one, Twisters. Have a good rest of your day.